doctor wants you there 20 days exactly, because they want you to come 5 days before so you adjust to the environment, because the city in Barranquilla is hot. Not a lot of people are used to the to the heat. So they make you to go there, and then when you are there, you go into chamber hyperbaric camera, twice for you to recuperate more easier and more faster, and you don't get so don't swallow that much. And also they put you vitamins and through the vein, vitamins and oxygen through your veins too, for you to be able to recoup very fast. So before I went there, I had my best friend that she lives there, and she found me the lady who rent a place. So I rent the place closer to where the doctor was. I make sure that the Uber and everything was like not too far away from the doctor, and make sure they have AC, because that's very important, especially down there that with the heat, because in Colombia not everybody have AC like here in Florida, for example. And in Barranquilla, you have to make sure whatever you rent have an AC. So that's what's the main thing, have an AC, because you're going through a surgery. And then I hire a nurse after my surgery, the day she picked me up in the hospital, and she stayed with me for 5 days, 24 hours. So I don't need to worry about the medication or what time is the medication. So she was in charge of my food and everything. So I just wanted rest, because that's what exactly you do. They put you a lot to sleep. Even the 5 days before, they give you some medication that make you sleepy so you can rest, and you get to go to the surgery very chill and rested. And then after that, also they give you also pills for you to rest. And the next day they come to you and do some painful massage in your face and your neck, like draining you, because
Mm.
they do with the drainage. And it's like that for 5 days. And then I I heal very fast, so I didn't have the drainage for so long. It was like 24 hours. And she said, wow, I never see somebody this fast. And it was such a relief, because that is painful too. It's very uncomfortable, because they put the drain behind your ears, and
Oh,
it's very uncomfortable. And so the time they took it out, I said, oh, this is like, a
I
relief.
totally know. I had a drain in my hip. I only had one for my tummy tuck procedure, and it was
Okay.
in my hip. And the first few days of the first week of the surgery, after the surgery, I didn't really feel it because I think I was really numb.
Right.
But right before, so I had it in for 10 days. Right before the 10th day, like I was going to go see my doctor, I started to feel it. And I was like, "Oh, I hate this," because they warned me.
Yes.
They warned me ahead of time. They were like, "Put some pads under the drain and tape it down." And what the drain does, it collects all the fluids. And so I
Mhm.
sometimes, and you they can do tummy tucks without drains. They can do it sometimes with 2 drains. I only had 1. And so fortunately it was only on one side, but it was so annoying. I could not wait to
It
get that
is
thing out of my body.
very annoying.
Mhm.
Very annoying.
I can't imagine behind my ears.
Yes. And then another thing she did is very painful. I almost got like a little bit upset, because they said, how come you do this when everything is so tender? They put me in a machine that with needles, micro needle,
Mhm.
like 7 days after, micro needle in your face, and it was like this all over, and I couldn't. It was, and they put like local anesthesia for like 40 minutes, and even that way I couldn't. I said, no, I cannot take this anymore. I cannot take this anymore. And the doctor was like, it took them like 2 hours, and it's normally 15 minutes. And I said, I can't tolerate this pain. I have high tolerance for pain, but I said I cannot. This is too painful.
So, okay, you got your procedure, and what did
Yes,
they just lift you by your ears? Like
yes, behind
tighten
my
the,
ears. Yes,
okay, and they just pull all the skin up?
yes, and
Did
here
you,
also in the back of the ears.
and behind the ears? Oh my
Yes,
goodness. And so did you do anything with your eyes and or your
yes.
lips? Like what all did you have
The
done?
eyes, they did me the upper, how you call
The
that
upper
one?
lid up here?
Upper lid and the
Mhm.
down lid. Did because I already have one already when I was 38 years old because I had the tendency to have puffy eyes. So when I was 38, my puffy eyes don't let me do my makeup, and I always looked like tired. So I
Mhm.
said, well, in Colombia it's very cheap. I said, it's very affordable. And then I said, I'm gonna do it. So she said to me, you have two, or this is gonna be your second one. So I need to be careful because if you don't know how to do it, we can have a problem. You can sleep with your eyes a little bit open, and that will be very bad for your eyes. So I said I'm gonna do in the bar in the and here in the bottom the minimum because I don't want to have that problem. And then the top and the top was amazing. She cleared out what I have down.
Mhm.
And my lips, she removed some how you call some
Like fat?
fat
Mhm.
fat and she injected in my lips. She
Oh,
said that's not gonna last you for long, but it's something that I want to put some and refresh your lips.
oh, how fun. Nothing says youthful like beautiful full lips. So
Yes,
so basically you refreshed your eyes, you tightened everything up because it was because like sometimes as you get older, you like look in the mirror and you're like,
yeah,
and
yeah,
that's your sign that things are falling and it's time to
yes,
take action. And there's so many things you can do. There's facial yoga, there's facial hit exercises, there's all sorts of skin tightening, micro needling, radio frequency. Like there's so many things you can do before surgery, but like once you get to a certain point, you have to take action or it's going to be too late. Like your doctor said, there's a window where you want to take the action because it's easier to repair and to recover
right.
from, like they say, even with skincare, if you're a young woman, happen to see this as a clip on my shorts or on Instagram, or you're watching this episode, you should know that preventive medicine is the best medicine for your face, right? And for the skin on your body, because you want to prevent the wrinkles if possible instead of having to go after the fact
No,
and then fix them.
the wrinkles are gonna come
Yeah,
regardless.
you want to prevent them or at least slow them. You can slow them, slow them, slow them, slow them down. And I'm like you. I always knew that at some point. I mean, after this tummy tuck experience, I don't know about any more surgeries, but I always felt like I would do my face at some point. So we'll see if in like 10 years or
You don't need
five
it.
years I
Yeah.
forget how this experience was because when I was recovering, the swelling the swelling was so enormous. Like, honestly, I swole 3 times my size. You would not have recognized me. I was like, my face swelled, my entire body swelled up. I could not fit any of my clothes. I had to buy, like, I had a hysterectomy last year, right? So I had some gowns like that were big and loose and comfy. I had to get my biggest one and put that on. It was like a tent. Again, I filled it out. Like it was like, and it was very psychological, right? Because from I went in there, tight and right, just with the stomach, a little stomach issue. Everything else I was kind of feeling, right? And so, and then 5 days after my surgery, the doctor told me too, when at my first post-op, he said, the swelling is going to get to the worst and then it'll get better. I thought he meant my swelling that day was the worst it was going to get and from here it would get better. And I was thinking, that's not too bad. Right?
No.
I just went